Three, two, one. Wagwan, Stone Darius, Double D, your quintillion coach. I'm not a GOAT, but I fit the description. And today, we're going to be talking about progressive or regressive as opposed to right or wrong, right? So, what I'm basically trying to talk about is that, bro, all four of these words are adjectives, right? Progressive, regressive, right or wrong. These are adjectives. They add on to something that already is there. They describe a noun, right? So, my argument is that for the longest of time and throughout history, right or wrong has always been something that is subjective because it depends on when and where it happens. It's relative and subjective. It's not something that is objective, right? It maybe somebody might think that shooting somebody because they feel angry at that person is right, but some other part of the world might think that that is morally wrong. You know, it depends on where you grow up. So somebody can be seen as doing something that is right if they're doing what is expected, and somebody that is seen doing something wrong when they are doing something that goes against the norm. That's the sad part. So too much of a right thing can lead to a wrong thing, and too much of a wrong thing can never really lead to a right thing. Keep that in mind. Let's not forget that. Right? So three, two, one. Okay, so now I want to bring about the idea or the concept of progressive and regressive. We all know what right and wrong is. We've been told what right and wrong is, right? Because like I mentioned, somebody may be seen doing something and then that is right because everybody does that. But the moment you stop doing what everybody's doing, it's considered wrong. Like, say for instance, I were to stop eating meat and maybe, or something that I have done, you know what I'm saying? Stop eating chicken, stop eating beef, you know, like just change your diet, right? People are going to think that you're mad. People are going to think that you're believing in something that is greater than what they're believing in, and that scares them. So now they think that you're doing something wrong because you're not in line with their belief system, right? Right and wrong. It doesn't show. Okay. Let me use the black one. Right and wrong is like picking a side. Right and wrong is like picking a side. It's like saying you're either right or you're either wrong. And that's the wrong way to look at life, because if you're always right, then when do you learn? If you're always right, like, and then if you're always wrong, then when do you become your greatest self? Right? I don't know if I'm coming across making sense to you, that like a winner can't always win, because then they'll lose the sense of winning. Then they'll always just be in that constant state of doing the same thing over and over again. They're not winning anymore. It's just something that's normal to them, right? A winner needs to win after losing. You first have to lose, then you win. And then for you to understand that you've lost, or that you've, how do I put this, or been wrong, you need to be right in some degree, right? You can't always be right because you then lose the virtue of being right. And then you can't always be wrong, because then what is the point of then being? So so right or wrong is just picking a side, right? You're either right or you're wrong. But this is not life affirming. This doesn't this only takes away from life, because now you're only focused on one specific idea and never moving, when the whole purpose of life is to always move in constant change. The only thing that is guaranteed in life is change. You cannot deny that, whether you like it or not. Change is a constant. So when I speak about the concept of progressive or regressive, to some degree I am still talking about picking a side, but this time I am not talking about its concept or a path of thinking that limits a person. Now what I'm talking about is understanding that no, when I do say or think this, I don't add on, I take away from life, which is regressive, which means I'm moving backwards. Whereas somebody can be comfortable with always being wrong, but nobody can always be comfortable with being regressive. Nobody wants to go back. So once we reframe that thinking of when you do something, you need to find feedback, right? And that feedback should be one that either adds to you being progressive or regressive in that field. Damn. Progressive or regressive, right? When you're progressive is when you see yourself doing the things you know you need to do and prospering in that. Regressive is when you do the things that you know you're supposed to do, but at the same time it doesn't work for you, but you know it's not working, but you still do it even though you know it's not working. That is regressive. When you keep doing things that are not working, because you're not always going to be backwards, because you're not moving forward, you're not moving with the time, you're not changing with the seasons, right? Progressive is when you're able to apply yourself to almost any given circumstance and just be your best, man. So now, give me a second. Right, so when I talk about progressive, I want to talk about progressive being doing something that makes you as a person better. And when I speak of a better person, I'm talking about learning from your mistakes, renouncing mediocrity, and engaging in uplifting acts and thoughts, all in the pursuit of being the best that you can be, so as to aspire and not denounce others for not doing what you're doing. That is progressive. When you are in the space of creativity and being the best you that you can be, right? Then there's regressive, which regressive, as much as people don't like to admit, is complacency disguised, right? It's a disease that infects the best of us, causing us to take what we are given and let external factors determine what we deserve. And this is a result of not knowing who we are, right? Regressive is when now we are waiting for something else to tell us what needs to happen, right? And by the time that thing tells us what needs to happen, something else has already happened, right? That is like, you don't need to be in that back. You need to be progressive. Keep in that constant state of, this is what I'm doing. This is what I was sent to do. This is what I was sent to do. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm sent to do. Like, keep that voice in your head. Once you yourself are able to keep that voice in your head, keep that fire burning, like, I'm telling you, you will conquer the world. We can conquer the world. It's just keeping in that constant state of progressive. Because this life thing is a spiral, my nigga. Right? You are a ball of energy. I hate how people don't like to admit it, but Nikola Tesla was on some shit, right? He was going somewhere. When he spoke about when you want to understand the universe, you need to think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration, right? Energy, frequency, and vibration. So when we talk about energy, we talk about you just being, what people like to call the soul and whatnot. I like to call it the breath, because once you lose the ability to go once you lose this ability, you're nothing, right? You know, not that you're nothing, but you've elevated to a different vibrational frequency, right? But at the end of the day, you're just energy, right? Your energy. And you as an energetic being understand in this form that you are able to manipulate the frequency at which you vibrate, because everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. We learned this stuff in natural sciences. We learned this stuff in basic biology, that these particles, right? Energy is basically matter and dark matter. You get where I'm going with this. Matter and dark matter, but dark matter is matter, and it's a whole different topic for another day. But for today, I just want to keep you here at the fact that energy is matter. Everything that exists, right, has energy, is energy. Everything that exists is energy. This pen that I'm holding is energy. It is energy that is vibrating at a certain frequency that allows it to be a pen. My cellular device is vibrating at a certain frequency that is allowing it to be a cellular device. Everything is energy. So you then understand that the things that you want to attract in life are energies, right? It's all just energies. And for you to attract that energy, you yourself as an energetic being, a magnet of some sort, a sender and a receiver of vibrational frequencies, colors, and all fancy stuff. You understand that you set the vibration, you set the frequency at which you vibrate, and the things around you vibrate. Because when it comes to self-mastery and elevating to be the person that you want to be, some people need to understand that for you to become the person that you want to become, you have to stop interacting with people, things, and objects that the person that you are is interacting with, and start interacting with the people, things, and objects that the person you want to be is interacting with. Oh, hold it right there. Hold the phone. This is getting deep. So understand that you are energy. You determine the vibrational frequency at which you are at, right? Because life is a spiral, right? I want to take it to that. Life is a spiral, right? So you are an energetic being, right? This is you. My cookie's dying on me. My cookies are dying on me, cheese. See, but you get the cheese. Yeah, this is you, right? So this being you, in life, you are either progressive or regressive, right? You're either going up in a spiral or going down in a spiral, because you will always meet certain challenges, right? I hate to restrict you, but I just want to show you that in some degree in life, you will always meet some sort of wall and restriction. So these restrictions are not there to hold you back, but rather show you what you are capable of. Because we all don't walk the same, but we all walk. We all gotta walk, but we all don't walk the same. So the challenges that we face are not really challenges, but ways for us to express ourselves as best as we can be. Hence why I want to tap on the idea of progressive rather than regressive. Let's forget about right or wrong. life affirming or life distracting or life taking away from. I don't know a word that explains life taking away from right now, but you get where I'm going. So, if you made it this far into the video, you know what to do. Ch4NG3 Darius. I'm gonna see you in the next one.